Ladies and gentlemen, we are live down here in the Bear Cave Studios for another episode of OTBS on that bill shit. With me, your host, Freddie Aloso, with my co-host, Biggie Mafia. What's going on, bro?
Yo, bro, can you believe it's March already?
It's March. Pumped. The weather's getting warm. I'm all for it, man.
Yo, bro, listen, man. Before you know it, we're gonna be listening to that Mariah Carey music on the radio, that Christmas music, bro.
Right.
I'm not trying to rush time, not by a long shot, but time is moving too fast, man. Time is moving too fast, brother.
Way too fast. It's like, yeah, it feels like we were just starting to plan this podcast on the way up to Buffalo.
Yo, it's like we were just talking about it.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Lots been going on, man. A lot of new things happening around town. Anything going on with you, bro?
Not a lot of crazy stuff, man. Just waiting for the end of the month for good plans. Warm weather. We got 60-something degrees tomorrow. Might get the baseball glove out and throw around with the little guy.
Oh man, damn, bro. Already? Yeah. All right. I respect it, man.
Got an email tonight. He's got baseball evals next weekend, so gotta get that going.
Yo, let me tell you something. Well, I'm gonna ask you something, bro. I was having this conversation with a coworker of mine, and you know, he's a older gentleman. He's in about his 50s, right? Single dude, no kids, right? Bachelor type dude, right? Was saying he never wanted kids, never had the desire to have kids. But I was trying to explain to him, there's nothing like being a father, man. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing like it, man.
Like, for real, man. There's nothing like watching your kids and watching them succeed. And, you know, like, I'm not trying to get too philosophical here on all you people. I know it's Saturday night. Shit. Yo, what you got in your cup? Right quick.
I got some Glenlivet.
Oh, you trying to be fancy. Oh, you fancy, huh?
That's all I have left. I'm waiting for that Por Osos. Hey.
Say no more.
You guys need some influencers. We'd be more than happy to throw up a Por Osos flag here.
Listen,
we're all for it.
Why not? I got my Angry Orchard and Fireball mix going on in my Bill's cup over here.
I got some little bit of Fireball down here left too. So that might go in the cup next. We'll see.
Yo, by the time that cup is finished, this show's gonna be over in 3 different ways. three different ways the show's gonna be over. So, like I was saying a second ago, man, I know we usually start the show off with our sports kickoff. I don't know what's making me go so inclined to this right now. It might be the Fireball that's doing it to me.
I'm all for it.
But I feel like we're gonna start going down a slope right now. Yo, being a father to me, there's nothing like it, bro. There's nothing like being a father, man. And there's nothing like being a father and being able to watch your kids excel in things. And just that being able to watch them grow into something is, you can't put a price on it.
You can't, man. It's the moments for me that I really look back upon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got an older guy and I got a little guy.
Mm-hmm.
And my older guy, he's up in college now. But the other day, me and Marty were sitting on the couch watching one of his old games on YouTube.
Wow.
And then the little guy thinking back to his time winning the Super Bowl 2 years ago. And the best part about that for me, like I had been through it with my older guy when he won his Super Bowl, but I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
coaching for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't get to have that moment with him on the field right after the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like the minute the clock hit 0, I wasn't able to be out there with him. You know what I mean? Like we were up in the stands cheering and going crazy. But being able to have that moment with the little guy,
Yeah.
like there was nothing like it. Like just those moments. And even like I'll even throw it my older guy taking him to camps and football recruitment and all that stuff. The best part of those trips for me as a dad was just being there.
Mm.
Like it wasn't even going and seeing the coaches or going and doing the workouts. Like it was the rides. Like even if you passed out or just talking shit and listening to music like that, I miss that shit.
Mm.
Like that's like sorry to get deep on you guys 6 minutes into the show. That shit is real. Like you
Yeah.
cherish those moments as a parent. And yeah, yeah, no joke. Those
Yo,
are the time.
listen, bro, and I'm gonna say this, man. Uh, I believe that fatherhood surpasses biology. Uh, you know, I know dudes who've raised their brothers like they were their kids. You know what I'm saying? And yo, just that to have that heart and to have that tenacity to just raise somebody like they're your own, that shit takes all kinds of strength. You know what I'm saying? And not only just being a father, but being a parent at that. Not to go too like sentimental, man, but and I hope you don't mind me sharing this. One of my good brothers that I work with lost his father this week, man, in a very untimely, unfortunate, you know, uh, incident, man. And I haven't had that displeasure by the grace of God of losing a parent. I've been around many people who have, and it's rough, man. And you just see it. You see the toll that it takes on them. You see the just the emotions that come out, and that shit isn't easy. And you know what's crazy? It's like whether that parent was the greatest parent or even if that parent wasn't in your life, either way, you still see it take the same kind of
Right.
effects
Hmm.
on people. And I I try to explain this to some people because I also know a lot of people who don't have the greatest relationship with their parents. They've had like tumultuous encounters and all kinds of history with their parents, but it
Right.
doesn't matter. You know that at the end of the day, that's still your parent, man, and it's not easy to navigate that relationship, especially like as you get older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it gets worse. Not that it gets worse, but it gets more challenging as you get older. If you didn't have that relationship growing up.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely does, man. And I'm very grateful that I have been given the opportunity to not only have my kids and be able to use the little bit of knowledge that I've accumulated on this planet for them, but to be able to have interactions with kids that I've coached, kids that I've come across through in my lifetime. Uh, we today, as a matter of fact, I know Marty had showed up, and shout out to her, man, for showing up for that. Me, Bree, Craig, and Steph, our kids had took part in what's called the Odyssey of the Minds. I know it's like a regional thing where kids they perform these shows, they do the setups themselves, and all of this other stuff that's happening. And she's been going to the rehearsals for about a couple of months, and This is her first. This was her first year participating in it, and I didn't realize how big of a deal it was until we got there, and I saw the hundreds of kids and parents that were there. They had food trucks lined up outside of the BOCES. Like, and I got there, I was like, yo, what? Like, I had no idea what was going on. And it wasn't until the award ceremony at the end where I saw children, not only children, bro, I saw parents crying that they didn't win. And it kind of like took me aback. Like, I was like, yo, is this for real? Like are these kids really crying because like they didn't win? And then it kind of really took me aback when I saw Avery started crying because her team didn't win. And I was like, God damn, like, this is for real? Like, I was like, are you really crying? But then I had to kind of, collect myself and say, yo, she's been doing this shit for like 2 months and it meant a lot to her,
Yeah.
Put in a lot of work in, man. And I don't know. Again, I know we didn't set off to start this show off too sentimental and open-hearted and all of that shit, but I don't know. Again,
that's that OTBS. It don't have to be just that Bill shit. It's all that shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So with that said, right? I want to ask you a question, bro.
Shoot it out there.
And I want you to pause.
Hey, yeah.
Don't start, bro. Don't start.
It's too early in the show for it.
Don't start, bro. So I wanna ask you an honest question, right? We almost had an incident in this household just the other day.
Okay.
Right. But I'm gonna put you in a scenario, and I want your honest, right hand to God opinion on what you think should happen. And this and this goes out to everybody, men, women included. I want your input on this situation.
Yeah, throw it in the comments down below. Let's see what you guys. We'll read it next week.
Like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, right? I want you to imagine you come home from a long day of work, right? Marty cooked a nice meal, right? Let's say she made some chicken, right?
Okay.
Just gonna use chicken as an example. Whatever, it could be whatever, but let's say it's chicken. You guys sitting down at the table, you busting that shit down, right? You look in the middle of the table, it's that last piece of chicken. Noah goes to grab it, but you still hungry. What do you do?
See, so I'll flip the scenario for you because Noah just eats chicken nuggets, so I ain't worried about him. But my big guy, that he has the respect to ask.
Okay.
So I don't have to worry about it. He will be like, "Hey, yo, pops, you still hungry, or can I eat this last piece?"
Okay.
So if I'm not hungry, I'll be like, "Nah, go ahead." Or if I'm still, I'll split it with you.
Okay.
Or, nah, fuck that shit. I'm gonna eat that. But he does give me that that respect of, "Hey, pops, you want that last piece?"
Okay. I see what you did there. You're not getting out that easy.
How it goes. That's how it goes. No lie. That's
okay.
That's how it rolls.
All right. But so
I will take that big piece.
You are gonna take. If I'm gonna take the last piece,
I'm taking it.
Okay.
I ain't giving it up.
Okay. I'm gonna remix it a little bit for you.
Go ahead.
We're gonna challenge this shit, right? We're gonna make this shit as difficult as possible. Marty tells you, nah, he's he's getting that last piece.
Nah, fuck that. Nah, that shit. Nah, we scrapping.
It's gonna be an issue in the Larayanaga household.
It's gonna be. If it's steak or pizza, nah, we scrapping.
Okay,
it's about to be a problem.
Okay, all right. That's interesting. So I'm gonna tell you. I'll give you a little insight as to what happened earlier this week. All right. And by the time she hears this, it's gonna be too late. I'm sure she's gonna have her version of the detailed accounts, but she's not here to defend herself. So what are we gonna do?
She can bring it up next Valentine's Day episode.
Listen, bro, it's all good. So we're sitting at the table, right? Bree made a homemade pizza, not no frozen pizza. She made the dough, the sauce, all of this stuff, right? She even made some cheese sticks just as a little side piece, right?
Hold on a second.
Yes,
I never got a text on said meal. We never got a scrolling back. I don't see.
In her defense, brother, in her defense, she did it at the last minute, right? And she whipped it up. In any event, pizza sitting on the table, right? Shit is she made a stuffed crust pizza, a stuffed garlic crust pizza, right? And for those of you who don't know, when I was in high school, I had the body of an Adonis. Like I was, didn't you see the picture, bro? I showed you the
picture. I did see the picture.
Listen, now, I got the, shut up, whatever. So we're sitting there at the table, right? I'm peeping that last slice. Now I had two. My son had two. My daughter, she's killing, whatever, and the salad on the table. Bree is like, she's doing the woman thing. They're not gonna eat as much, whatever.
Right.
So I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, all right, I had 2 slices. Mason had 2 slices. What's getting ready to happen here? So I go to grab it. Hey, why don't you let Mason have? What?
Mm-mm. There's some chicken nuggets in the fridge that he could heat up real quick.
What?
No.
And then Mason has the audacity to go, yeah, you're gonna do what?
You're gonna catch this fist in your chest, is what you're about to do.
So my thing is, unless he's gonna wake up at 3:00 in the morning and go to work, I don't think he's gonna be having a slice of pizza here. Right? In all fairness, right, we did come to a compromise, right? I will say that I don't want to seem like, I was swinging the yeah, I'm not gonna say I was swinging. I said, listen, hold on, time out. Now you can have some of this, but you're not gonna have all of this. Like,
right?
Well, let's not And again, let's not get crazy. Again, I know how mothers are. I know, that's your baby.
Baby.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. But let me tell you something. He was my baby before he was your baby.
It's true.
You might have carried him for 9 months, but I carried him for about 24 years.
Is what he is.
I'm just saying, biology don't lie.
He's the greatest of all time, is what he.
As science will tell you, I carried him for a lot longer than you did. I'm just saying. I'm gonna get myself in some trouble by the time this shit airs, man. But it's all right. It's all good, bro. But do you think I'm bugging out?
No, you're not bugging out at all. So I had a moment like this years ago. It wasn't. I was a part of it. So we're at a like it's a little party at the crib over in Spain, and we're watching the soccer game, big soccer game. We order pizza. We're all chilling. So my boy goes out, hey, anybody want this last slice? Because I'm going to eat it. Right? And normally, what do you say? If it's the last slice and somebody's doing the courteous thing, go ahead, bro. You got
kill
it.
Kill
right?
it.
My boy goes, anybody want this? My other boy, shout out to my boy Manish, goes, yeah, I'll take it. My boy goes, the fuck out of here. He picked that shit up, ate that shit right in his face. He's like, bro, I was doing that just to be kind.
Yeah, man. Yeah, come on, bro. Come on. Hey, yo, listen.
Room, bro.
Listen, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And in all fairness, all right, sharing food, first of all, is a very, very tricky thing. I hate sharing food.
You're like friends. Big E Mafia does not share food.
Listen. I hate sharing food. I do. I'm going to ask you because it's the right thing to do. I'm a very,
courteous person.
I'm very God-fearing because you don't know what somebody might be going through. They might not have it all. But in all fairness, I hate you. I will buy you your own. As opposed to giving you a piece of what I got, I will get you a whole meal, right? I will get you the same exact thing that I have as opposed to giving you a little piece of what I have. And you know this to be true. Anybody who's married knows that all husbands, all boyfriends, you all go through the same thing. You go out with your woman, you ask them if they're hungry, they say no. But when you get your food, what happens? They want some of it. Mm-hmm. You deal with it, right? I hate sharing food. I work with somebody, I ain't gonna put them on blast. And it just recently.
But you know who you are.
You know who you are. Just recently came to my conclusion that this person is greedy as shit, bro. I have never eaten in front of somebody, and while you're eating in front of them, you know how you're talking to somebody and you're making eye contact, and you could tell when they're looking at other things. Yo, bro, I'm eating my food, and the motherfucker's eyes keep scrolling down. Every time I'm going to take a bite of my food, they're looking at my food.
Nah, I can't do it.
Bro, are you kidding me? Like, are you serious? To the point where I'm like, yo, just take the shit, man. You're like, you're just...
See, now what's the go-to? Like you're hungry at work, you're in a pinch, you got to run out and grab something, right? You hitting a deli for a sandwich, or you hitting a pizza shop?
If I'm at work?
If you're at work.
If I'm at work, I don't do either one of them.
No?
I don't, because I don't like to, I personally don't like to eat heavy at work just because of the simple fact that anything can happen at any given moment. So I don't like to be sitting there with a fucking belly full of chicken wings. And, shout out to all of the people that does. I don't know, my boy Dub at Works, he kills it because he, his fucking COs love fried chicken, bro. I don't know what that shit is about. I don't know what it is. But in any event, I typically for my lunch, I pack light. 9 times out of 10, I got me a nice little peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or I might treat myself once in a blue moon. There's a Greek food truck. A little out the ways. He does like the chicken kebabs. He hooks them up real good. I'll kill a couple of those with that pita bread that he throws on the grill.
With the sauce. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro. It's a whole wrap.
Bro, that sauce comment just now was kind of crazy, but I'm gonna let that slide. Bro. Pause. Yeah, I'm gonna let it slide, man. But yeah, man, like I'm not a big fan of Sharing food. And you know who always wants some of your food?
Who?
Your kids.
See, if you don't have a picky eater, like I got a super picky eater, and we've had this conversation. The amount of times that I've tried to have my guy eat pizza since he was born.
Nah, no pizza?
No pizza, man. Still, we go to birthday parties now, and if we know the kid, the parents are like, hey, don't worry. I ordered some nuggets or tenders for your guy. I'm like, no, you don't need to. Don't worry about it. We got some stuff on the. No.
Okay.
You.
So what do you think that is? That he's only for the nuggets? Like, what do you think that? Where do you think that comes from?
So for him, it's a texture thing. The way it feels.
The nuggets or other food?
Other food. Like especially pizza, like the texture of the cheese and stuff. Yeah.
Wow, that's but you know what? See, Noah, I could take places. Because you know why? Because I know I ain't got to share no food with him.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't got to worry about, God forbid I walk in here with, I don't give a shit what it is. Let me sit at the table. Here comes Avery. Oh, can I have some of that? Mind you, she just had 4 bowls of beefaroni. Don't even want none of the one I got, but she just wants a. Yo, listen. Here's the other side of the coin of what we were talking about earlier, how great the benefit of being a dad really is. For those of you who don't have kids, here's the flip side. And this is going to get a little vulgar here.
Do it.
Kids are fucking annoying. Right?
They can be, bro, for sure. Yeah.
Bro, kids are annoying. And if you're out there and you're saying, oh, not my kid, especially your kid, okay? Especially yours, all right? Because if I could tell you that my two, sometimes I'm just like, yo, like Mason, when he goes on a tangent, I got to sit him down like, yo, my man, shut up.
Chill out. Chill.
Bro, like Mason will go on a rant. Well, he will ask you 85 questions in 30 minutes. Avery, oh my God, forget about it, bro. Forget about it. Let her learn a new dance move. You let her learn.
Watch me.
Bro, you let that little girl learn a new dance move, and you will see that move for at least 3 hours until you tell her, yo, listen, honestly, and it's going to sound messed up. It's going to sound messed up, but I know what my kids can deal with. Everyone knows their kids' limit.
Right.
I can tell my kids, get out of my face. Like, get out of my face. Like, I don't want to see you no more. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Because our parents did that to us.
Right. Right.
And we still here. We still alive and kicking. Because if you don't tell your kids that they're annoying, you know what's going to happen? They're going to go out into the world thinking that it's impossible for them to get on anyone's nerves.
Right. 100%. 100%. I couldn't agree more with that.
And you know what's going to happen? One day they're going to be in school and they're just going to be talking up a storm. And somebody's in a lunchroom is going to go, shut the fuck up. You're annoying. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to break down crying. They're going to have an episode. They're going to go see the counselor. You're going to get a phone call at work. Oh, well, little Johnny had no, you know what? This could have all been avoided had at some point when they were at home, you just told them,
like, hey, chill the fuck out. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Or like Dave Chappelle said, you could shut the fuck up. Like, just shut up. Go sit down. Go sit down.
When he was Bush, when he was George Bush, when he went
Bro.
across to all the microphones, you shut the fuck up.
Yo, come on, man. Like, stop. Stop.
I completely agree, man.
And everything.
Don't tell me, like, I know there's going to be parents out there. My kid's not annoying. Nah. Shut the fuck up.
Every kid gets annoying.
Every kid gets annoying, but we love them anyways.
Yes.
Like, that's what we do.
Bro.
You can't be, oh no, my little angel. Shut up. Nah.
I have so much more respect for those parents that when you're out, right, and you see their kid getting just a little out of line, those parents that are like, yo, chip. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
We on the same page because I don't play that shit.
Bro,
ever since, even with my oldest, like I could never be that dad and see them wilding out and doing stupid shit and not be like, yo, chill out. And I don't care if we're out somewhere and you're across the room, I'm gonna let you know. Hey, chill out.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, how many times you was a kid and you got held up like this by your throat?
To get held up. Man.
Come on, bro.
I didn't even get.
Bro.
95% of Spanish kids will agree with me on this. You gotta look, or you gotta whistle. Hey.
You said a whistle. Oh my God! He said a whistle.
I was 2-3 blocks away from my house when I lived in Jersey, and my dad came outside the house and whistled. That shit was like a fucking text message now, like a text tone. I heard that shit and I was like,
you know what it was?
I gotta go.
You know what it was,
I jumped
bro.
on my bike and I was out.
You know what it was, man.
Go. Where were you the minute I got home? I was at my friend's house down the street. I'm back. I heard your whistle. I came right away. No joke.
Man. Listen, but again, where you at right now? Sitting there, you seemingly healthy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Life is good, man. You ain't got nothing to worry about, bro. And you had your own children and your life is good, bro. There's nothing to complain about. You're not paying. Let me ask you a question. I know I'm asking a lot of questions, bro. But
go ahead. I got one for you.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's a sports related one. It's a topic, but go ahead. I'll let you keep with this one. Go ahead.
This is gonna probably be my last child related question. Could you imagine if you had to pay child support?
Oh, that's a touchy one for me. That's a touchy one for me, man. Because I've been through it. Not as the one that has to pay, but on the opposite end. And for me, I just think it's a long story. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to reveal.
Yeah.
When you nickel and dime so you can get out of shit to not take care of your kid, I think that's fucked up. I think it's really shitty. You know, like, I feel like there's a special place for you. You know, like, you brought a child into this world and you wanna play the system so you don't have to come out of pocket. I think that's real foul. I think that's a real. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah,
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. And I respect it. And on that note, shout out to all of the people out there who are doing child support the right way, men and women, right? Shout out to the men who are taking care of their kids the right way, right? And financially being there, and all of that stuff. Shout out, hat is off to you. Excuse me, and shout out to the women who are doing it the right way. Meaning, you're not trying to break nobody's back. You just want help with what needs help with.
Right.
Right? But
a lot of the times it ain't even for you. It's for them.
Right.
Like
right.
That's the main thing. Like it ain't. I got a job. I don't give a shit what you're throwing. Like that goes for them. That ain't for me.
I respect it. Yeah. I'm gonna ask you this one question, and then we're gonna parachute off this topic.
We're gonna Fortnite that shit. We jumping on.
We're gonna Fortnite right over this topic because it'll lead to
a whole mess. A whole mess. Go ahead.
I'm gonna throw a hypothetical at you.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's say, God forbid, I'm not even going to use Noah. Let's say, God forbid, you had another child out there.
Mm-hmm.
You got a pretty good job. You're paying $1,000 a month. Right? Let's say, for shits and giggles, kid comes to see you. They want some new sneakers. Are you buying the sneakers?
100%. But that's me though.
Okay.
Like if that's my guy.
Okay.
If Toys R Us was still open, we going. That's
I
me.
Respect it. I respect it. Because I saw something on TV the other day, right? I forget what show I was watching, one of these nonsense shows that I fall asleep to, right?
Right.
I'm going to admit, I would too. But I wouldn't be upset at the dude who didn't. And on that note, we're going to... Because...
We'll parachute off that.
Because I already hear all, especially the women, well, why that motherfucker can't buy his kid no sticker? Listen, hey, I already told you, I bought it. But what's your question, bro?
See, all right, I'm gonna take the heat. I'm gonna deflect on this one. All right. So it's a sports related one. All right.
Okay.
Are you a hat guy? You know me. I'm a hat guy, right? I got stacks on stacks. I got a problem. All right. If there was a Hats Anonymous.
He said a Hats Anonymous.
If there was a Hats Anonymous group, I'd be the chair. You know, like.
I don't know why. You know what you just made me think of? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
This is going to sound stupid as fuck. Remember in Big Daddy when he was trying to teach, what's the name, how to read, and he had the word hippopotamus? And he said,
Hippopotamus?
Hippopotamus.
Damn you. You give me more DC ones.
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say nothing else. I'm muting. I'm going to put it on you.
So, what's your take on wearing another team's hat? Because I'm the type of dude, if I go somewhere on vacation, I'm a rock a hat. If I'm somewhere As long as it's not the arch rival of my team, I'm rocking
Agreed.
it.
Agreed. Agreed. I agree. I agree. I agree with you 100%. As long as it's not an immediate arch rival, wear the fucking hat. And I know with people like my boy Spinner, I know what you're gonna say, bro. Shut up, bro.
I know
And
Spinner too. Shout out to Spinner.
Shout out to Spinner Mafia. I'm gonna put your whole government out there. Kelvin Lorenzo.
Oh shit, he's going full blast.
Going full back, full government, baby. And you know, he's part of Bill's Mafia. We represent. He's part of Bill's Mafia. We love him. You know what I'm saying? But on the same token, he's a Red Sox fan, man. I can't jack that, bro. Like, I don't understand. Yo, you a weirdo for that, man. And I'm gonna let you come on here. And defend yourself, my man, because you're gonna have to explain yourself.
Time to defend yourself.
I don't understand that, man. And here's what I don't. You grew up. Your brother Ed, man, who's a Jets fan, which we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that, man. All right. You grew up. You a Bills fan. Your brother's a Jets fan. Okay, you a Red Sox fan, but your brother, he's not. Like, I don't. Okay, here's an open invite, bro. You're gonna have to come on here and explain yourself, brother.
You have to defend yourself for that.
You have to defend yourself, man. Yeah,
see, you know, I get it. I get it all the time. Like when we're at practice, and I'll wear a different hat every week to practice. Every other day, I got hats for days.
Mm-hmm.
So, like right now, I'm rocking a Phillies hat because I went to a game this year. But if I go to a game or I go to a city, I'm buying a hat. It's what I do. That's my thing. People are like, oh, you're a Phillies fan? Nah. I just went there on vacation and I bought a hat. Like, that's what I do.
Yeah, like I don't have no problem with that.
Yeah. Get out my pockets. Like shit.
Yeah, I don't got no problem with that, man. I don't got no problem with that at all. All right, that's a non-issue.
See, but some people get so bent out of shape. Oh no, you can't wear it. No. You pay my bills? Fuck out.
Hey, yo, listen, man. Next person that tell you they got a problem with that, you know what your response should be? Yo, what's your credit score?
Right. Who'd you vote for last election?
Yeah, who you voted for? Like what? You got a 605 credit score. You talking about me wearing a Dodgers hat? Get out of my face, man. I ain't talking about some goddamn. Anyway,
the last time I went to Puerto Rico, I went to Lids, and they had $5 sale on hats with the Puerto Rican flag on the side.
Wow.
It's like, bet. I got the Cleveland Indians because it was for Lindor.
Wow.
LA Dodger one. $5? Bet.
Come on, bro. You can't beat that shit, man.
Nah, man.
You can't beat that shit at all, bro. That's a good look, man. That's a good look. But yeah, man. As far as like me wearing hats, I'll fucking wear a hat, man. I'll wear anything if it look good, bro. I ain't gonna. As long as it ain't no. Well, yeah.
Pause, bro.
Yeah. I just kind of jumped out the window on that one. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, man. But yeah, man. What else you got going on, bro?
So yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I've gotten that my whole life though. Like, just because I rock hats, like that's my deal. I get it. Hats are probably making me bald, making my hair thin. I don't give a shit. That's what I do.
Listen, man. First of all, in hindsight, I always thought that hairline. Remember that back in high school, everybody would make fun of like, yo, look at your hairline. Like you could control that. You know what I'm saying?
So you're bringing up some old traumas for me at this point. Because
you had a hairline issue?
I didn't have a hairline issue. I had an eyebrow issue. That was You see these fucking caterpillars on my face, like these motherfuckers. So my cousins at one point gave me a Tampa Bay Buccaneers hat, right? and it said TB. It was the TB for Tampa Bay. Motherfuckers in my high school, my friends, it always be the ones closest to you, right?
Of
Like
course.
they be the
Of
one.
course.
They were like, "Oh, that's not Tampa Bay. That's Tribrow." Because I didn't used to clean up my eyebrows in the middle.
You had a unibrow?
I didn't have the unibrow. I had the space. So it was eyebrow, little bit of hair, space, eyebrow. So they used to call me Tribrow. So the TB hat got retired real quick. Like I wore that shit for maybe like a week and a half. I was like, nah, I ain't fucking with that shit. I can't do it. That tribal trauma still runs deep. I'm 38 years old and that shit is still sitting with me.
Yo, all right. You said we were talking about high school trauma, right? What is the worst thing that you've ever done in school?
The worst thing I ever done in school. All right, so I was out in Spain, right? And me and my boys, we got detention for something. I forget what it was. But like a bunch of fucking stupid kids, it was four of us. We got detention. We're coming out of class. And we're walking up the hill to the bus. And as we're walking up the hill, there was like these little little dumpsters. Like over here, they're big and metal, right? Over there, they're a little bit smaller and they're plastic, right? But they still carry weight to them. Like it's full of trash. Like a bunch of idiots, we fucking push that shit up the hill, right? And it's not a small hill. Like it's you start rolling down that hill, you're picking up speed, right? So we're like fucking around doing stupid shit. We push that shit up the hill, right? We get to the top of the hill and we let that shit go. And we look down and our math teacher
Oh, come on, bro.
is walking up the hill, right? That shit misses him probably by like 2 or 3 feet, right? Like he had to jump out of the way or that shit would have ate him.
It would have killed him.
A hill.
It would have killed him.
And he wanted to give us all detention, but he couldn't see all of us. So he had only seen two of my boys. Shout out to my boy Manish again and my boy Bex, because
they didn't rat you out.
They didn't rat us out.
Good.
Manish was close. Manish, I see you, motherfucker. Like you were close to ratting us out, but yeah, that was the craziest shit I did in high school. Other than getting in like stupid fights and shit, but
oh yeah, you know
that's.
So you didn't go to high school in the States at all?
So I did half in the States. I did to my sophomore year, the end of my sophomore year, and then I went out to Spain.
Oh, that's wild, man. That's wild, bro.
You know how crazy that is as a kid to go like no joke. You know, over here the style was 4XL shirts, 4XL shorts. Like you were rocking everything baggy. You go out there, and it's the preppy look.
Right, high waters.
Not like high waters, but like form fitting and shit. Like I was a fish out of water, bro. I'm so glad I could play ball, and I was into sports. Or else that shit would have been bad news bears for me, man. I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Yo, let me tell you something, brother. High school, I'm gonna say a couple things. My parents are gonna be a little disappointed.
Shit.
I've turned out to be quite a fine gentleman now. So you gotta.
It made you who you are.
It made you. It definitely did. Okay, so
cheers to that.
When I got to high school, I went to Beach General High School in Far Rockaway, New York. Our school was right there on the water. We had access to the beach. It was crazy. And why would you even make a high school right there? Like, you just kind of asking for trouble.
I know what that's like, bro. I know what that's like 100%.
You're just asking for trouble. So for those of you who don't know the setup, Beach General High School is right on opposite of the Cross Bay Bridge. Just give you a little bit of the makeup. We had kids from East New York, Brooklyn. Hamels Projects was one of the worst projects in New York City. We had kids from like the Beach 116th Street and, you know, all these rich white Italian kids. We had makeups of all.
Damn, you had a little melting pot out there.
We had a real melting pot in Beach General High School. So I think a lot of the city schools had this where when school got dismissed, they would have like buses, like city buses, not yellow school buses. They'd have city buses lined up in front of the schools with like specific stops on it so kids could just get on and.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you what we would do on those buses. And if my father's listening, right?
Shout out to Pops Mafia. Shout out.
They used to go to Costco and buy these little, like, yo, he's gonna be tight. Yo, they used to buy these little mouthwash bottles, these little scope bottles, like, you know, the packs, like the big packs of little mouthwash bottles for him to take to work, whatever it was he was doing, like little lotion, whatever, like little batteries, regular shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So our bus, right, as our bus would take off and it would go around, it would pass the regular bus stops. And it wouldn't stop at the bus stops, obviously, because it was a quote unquote school bus.
The school, right?
Yeah, it was for us, for the school. Let me tell you what we would do as we were passing these bus stops. Bro.
I got one for next. Go ahead.
We would hang out the window. I can only speak for myself. I would take the mouthwash bottles and open them. And as we were passing the bus stops that people, like innocent bystanders, were standing at, yo, we would fucking launch batteries, milk cartons. Yo, we would terrorize these people as we were passing the fucking bus. And for whatever reason, the bus stop, like the bus drivers, it was almost as if they were in on it, like they were getaway drivers, because they would be going like 25, 30 miles per hour as we passed, and we just launching shit at the bus stop, hitting old ladies, yo, hitting women with strollers. Yo, one day we were driving past this guy in a car, and somebody threw a CD and it hit his daughter in the face. Yo, he cut the bus off and he was banging on the door. It was crazy. They had to call the police. It was wild stuff going on.
Wow.
But that wasn't the worst thing that I've ever done in high school. I'm gonna tell you. Oh, you wanna tell your story right quick before I get into?
So mine. It snowed one time while I was out in Madrid. One time. And they got like maybe like 2-3 inches. Like, but that shit was crazy over there because they're not used to it. So me coming from over here, you know me, I played ball, I played baseball, football. So they're like, yo, Fred, throw some snowballs you could throw, right? So I'm in the street, we're walking to school, and I'm lighting motherfuckers up from the sidewalk, from like half a block away. Because I know what I'm doing. It's a fucking, like, I'm from New York. And I'm like fucking Buddy the Elf at this point. Lighting people up. And some young kids come down the street and they see it and they try to like mess with us. So they're like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And they throw some shit at us. So we dodge it and they start running. Right? And my boy and me and my other boy, we start peppering. Right? Pop, 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 pop. Yo, I shit you not. I'm like half a block, right? And I fucking Garrett Cole fastball that bitch. Fucking Mariano Rivera. Boom! Right into the back of this. Right into the back. Like square, like perfect. Perfect angle. And this motherfucker goes down right into a car. And I could not stop laughing, bro. Like, that was the funniest shit I ever seen in my entire life.
So somebody almost died by getting hit in the back of the head with a fucking snowball.
Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game, they say, right?
Yo. All right. It's going to be a very disappointing story. And I can already hear it now. My boy saying, yo, I can't believe you told a story. It is what it is. Here it goes.
Hey, shout out to Ben for the last story we told.
Yes, and Ben was quite upset and
happy that he got trashed on that episode. Shout out to you, Ben.
Shout out to you, brother. I love you, and we'll see you on here quite soon, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll give you the setup. I'm in computer class. Again, this is Beach General High School, right? And for those of you, some of you might listen and might remember who I'm talking about. I want to say off the set, if you're hearing the story now, by the grace of God, you're still alive and healthy, I hope. I apologize. I apologize to anyone who might know her and hear this story and relay this message to her. I'm truly sorry. I've grown up to be a better man. I pray for your forgiveness. We're in computer class.
I'm sorry, but that shit already sounds bad. And I can't wait to fucking...
We used to have this teacher in high school. Her name was Miss Bianculli.
All right.
Miss Bianculli was this, she had to be maybe about 4'11", right? And I'm not exaggerating. This woman had to be about 390 pounds. Jeez. She was a huge woman. She was so huge that she had to use one of those motorized carts to get around the school.
Oh, no.
Right? She, for her to get up and down on the floors, she had to use the elevator. It was that kind of crazy, right? Sweet lady, great teacher, right? So Miss Bianculli, she was my computer teacher for pretty much every year that I was in high school, damn near. So this one particular day, we're in our computer class. So we're sitting, I was in the back row, and the typical classroom setup. All of the kids that didn't, wasn't paying too much attention, they were in that back row.
Hanging in the back.
Just BSing around in class. So we're in computer class. I'm in the back row. It was like a U-shaped setup. They had the computers on down the aisles in the back row.
Right.
So I'm in the back we on the internet, and you know, she used to always tell us, guys, don't be on the internet. You can't be on it. Whatever. Don't be on the internet. Yeah, you know, whatever.
Sorry,
right?
Miss Clee. We on the internet.
Yeah, it's happening. So we in class one day. For this particular day, everyone is like seemingly kind of like paying attention and, you know, whatever, it's quiet and all this other shit. So we sitting back there and I'm at my computer. And you know how they say an idle mind is a devil's workshop?
Yep.
So we sitting there and I'm like, I'm a little bored. What can I do to ramp things up in this class? So she's walking.
Sounds like a bad idea. But go ahead.
Walking back and forth in front of the class and all this other stuff. And they had printers in the front. So I got this idea to create this hyperlink to a website that I created. I named the website www.hotbeingcooliesex.com. Okay.
Priceless.
So I create this hyperlink and I start printing it out as an advertisement. So I hit
cards and shit.
So I hit print, right? So you hear the printer going off because back then, you know, it started making that sound. So mind you, everyone else is in class. Nobody has no idea what's going on. So everyone is sitting there at their computer, just bullshitting, right? So it's, you know, it's quiet and she's talking. Then you hear the printer going off. And as soon as she hears the printer go off, she goes, guys, now I told you we can't be using this printer. The printer is not for us. Because, you know, I'll always, and she stops. And then you just hear dead silence. And then all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden, you just hear, do you think this is funny? Do you think? Yo, she starts holding up the fucking, bro. She starts holding up the paper. She's like, do you think this is? Yo, she starts shoving the paper in random kids' faces. She's like, do you think this is funny? Do you think this is a? And yo, and kids are in class like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, what? Yo, kids are sitting there like, yo, what is happening right now? She's like, do you think this is, yo, and I'm sitting in the back row and I'm trying so hard not to laugh because
you have to deny it.
You have to because there's no way for her to find out who did this. Like there's no way for her to know who did it, right? But meanwhile, there are 27 kids in the class. So what do you do? What are you gonna punish all 27 kids? So she starts flipping. She's like, do you think this is a joke? I'm gonna find out who did this. And yo, she's spazzing, and the whole class is, and I'm sitting there and I'm laughing at the confusion on everyone's face as to why she's flipping out. Bro.
That's the best part. When you know what happened,
bro,
and you're in on it,
bro.
That's the best.
Again, this story is not going to be funny to many people, right?
It's hilarious to us.
I am 36 years old. I'm 36 years old, right? Talking about something that happened 20 years ago. I have grown up since then, for the most part.
Married with children.
I'm sorry. It happened. It happened. I'm not saying that I'm proud of it, but it happened. It is what it is. Move on with your life.
It's a chapter in your life. That's what it is.
Chapter in your life. Move on. You know,
bro. The high school years. those were, in the words of Andy Bernard, I wish you knew the good times before you were out.
Yeah.
Because there were some good fucking times, man.
Yeah, bro.
In high school, like, especially for me, like, I was here and I was abroad, and like that shit was a lot of fun, man. Like,
I could only imagine.
Spain and the drinking age of 16.
Wow.
You could like do a bunch of stupid shit, like get into clubs and an open bar for $20.
Wow.
That's right down the street from your house. Yeah, man. At 17 years old, a bunch of 17. Yeah, nah. That was a great summer. Shout out to my boys, Brian, Paul, and Tony. Y'all have all grown up and made great men of yourselves. But that summer was awesome.
Yo, I can only imagine, bro. I can only imagine being in Spain at fucking 16 years old, all of the shit you must have seen growing up, man. That must have been a wild life. For real, bro.
Yeah, man. That was the beardless Oso at that point.
Yeah?
Yeah, the beardless Oso. That was a lot weirder. You've seen the license picture, man. That
I'm not gonna lie. That license picture looks like it should have been a sketch of a known terrorist.
Right? Like I was trying to get into Ramadan.
It's all good, man. So listen, as we get ready to wrap this show up, gonna be doing some traveling in some upcoming weeks. Headed to, look at that smile on the brother's face right there. We're gonna be
La Isla del Encanto. That's where we're going, baby.
Still don't know what the brother said, but
I can't wait to go back.
Bro.
We have bogarted the Big E's vacation, and La Osa and El Oso will be crashing it. And we
Looking
can't
forward
wait.
to it. Looking forward to it.
Wait.
Looking forward to it. So before we wrap things up,
Mhm.
I want your opinion on something. I saw something in the news recently about these two women from, I want to say they were somewhere from the Midwest. I don't know exactly where. They were in, I want to say the Bahamas.
Mhm.
And when they got back to the States, they accused these workers on this island of sexual assault.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, the story comes out that all of the stuff was untrue, and that they just, long story short, that they blame these dudes for something that they did willingly. Whatever. It's a story that stands the test of time. Now, with that said,
they was a hoe for show.
There was some married hoes too.
Oh damn!
Now,
go ahead.
How do you feel about women going on girls' trips that are married? Like a married woman going on an all-girls trip to some random island with single friends. Is that something that you think is okay? You know what? And I'll keep it all inclusive. Men, let's say men too. Do you think married dudes should be going on boys' trips to DR and all this other kind of crazy stuff with their boys?
I feel like, damn, that's a good one. If you don't trust your wife, there's an issue, right?
Mhm.
Like, I feel like you and me, our wives could go throw Steph in with her cane, and I heard about that after the show because that shit was hilarious. But yeah, like my wife, I don't mind it if she's going with the girls, with Bree, with Steph, with her girlfriends. I ain't got no problem with it. If you gotta question your wife, there's a lot more issues there.
Interesting. Very interesting.
As long as you ain't out there looking like sex on a stick.
I'm a little jaded on this topic. I think you're 100% right in the truth aspect.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. So years back, I went out to Vegas with my boy James and Joel, and we spent like a little 3-day, 4-day trip. I can't remember how long we were out in Vegas. Had a good time. Nothing crazy happened, even though they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but nothing wild happened out there, right? I'm also a firm believer, and I told this to Bree a long time ago, because I was joking about going to DR, and she's like, I ain't going to no fucking DR, whatever. But my thing is this. I could do something in Queens.
Right.
So to worry about me going to DR and do something is, I don't know, like it's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, and I'm not trying to sound chauvinistic. I feel like women, on the other hand, to be going to travel like that, I just feel like that shit. I feel like it's dangerous.
I don't worry so much on like a cheating tip. You know, because we love our wives. And we know there are ride or dies. So like there ain't nothing. We ain't got to worry about that bullshit. I'm more worried about stupid motherfuckers trying to do stupid shit.
That's yeah.
So I ain't worried about them on the cheating tip. I'm worried about somebody trying to traffic or slip shit into their drink. That's what I'm worried about, not
the other shit.
Yeah.
Respect that. I respect that. Now, I mean, if your girl is going out there and trying to be on some different type of time, then ain't really much you could do about it. Now, I don't know how well this is gonna come up in the sound. Can you hear that, bro?
I can hear it.
As we get ready to close the show out, bro.
Sure.
Listen. I don't know how clear this is coming through, but
it's coming through pretty good. I can hear it.
Yo, bro. If your girl is going out there, yo, close it out, brother.
Hey, before we close it out, we got to get Big E's wise words of the week.
You're absolutely right.
Well, hanging on to next week.
You absolutely right, bro. And with that said, let me pause.
Are we gonna have to do a special episode from Puerto Rico? Are we gonna have to give maybe a live video?
We're gonna vlog.
We're gonna vlog
from Puerto Rico. we're not just we're gonna drop a whole bunch of shit from Puerto Rico. We're gonna do those food videos that everyone does, like, oh, if you're in Puerto Rico, you have to try vosotros, whatever. We're gonna do a whole bunch of
the Sports Frenzy podcast on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, the Sports Frenzy Pod on Twitter. Follow us. Get ready for those Puerto Rico leaks.
Yes.
Not leaks, but posts.
Yes. So, and just to let y'all know, I don't think of these beforehand. You would think by now I would have something pre-set up in my head to talk about when it comes to the...
Because it's off the top of the head.
I'm gonna finish the show kind of how I started. If you're hearing this right now, whether you've spoken to your parents 5 minutes ago, whether you've spoken to your parents an hour ago, yesterday, a week before, or whatever, if you have the time right now, you know what? Let's not extend it to parents. Let's just extend it to family in general. If you have the time right now, if you're able to, pick up your phone and send a text message to everybody that you can think of and just tell them that you're thinking about them. Just tell them that you love them. And that's it. That's the only thing that I'm going to ask to do, because the saying is as cliche as it comes, but tomorrow isn't promised to anybody.
Facts.
So take advantage of the time that you have now. I love you and Godspeed. Close it out, brother.
Want to give a special shout out. Raise the glass for your boy.
Yes. Yes, bro. Hold on. Let me turn down ski as we
Here's to you.
Yes, brother.
You know, rest easy, Pops.
Yes, sir.
The Sports Frenzy Pod on Twitter, The Sports Frenzy Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment. We love you guys. Keep following. Let us know what you guys want to hear, and we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.